What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Black Diamond AJ, and today I'm here with another episode of the Black Diamond Podcast. We got a decent amount of episodes. I really hope that y'all got y'all a little vibe in for the first 15 minutes. I know I did. Man, be sure to check out that Brown album coming out later on tonight. This is May 7th, so definitely by the time this is out, you should know that it's dropped. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get into it. The first topic that I got today is Tatiana Chanel and Boston Richy. Now, I wanted to get this bullshit out of the way. I'm sorry if I'm scratching a little bit, but the reason why I needed to get this out of the way is because this shit is kind of ridiculous. So if you haven't been paying attention to this bullshit, and I don't blame you if you weren't paying attention to this bullshit, Boston Richy, or his ex, Tatiana Chanel, the young girl that there was controversy around him being with her when she was under 18 and stuff, she apparently exposed that Boston Richy likes to get pegged. And she dropped a whole bunch of receipts, text messages, pictures of dildos and straps inside of sex stores. Shit looked like the inside of fucking Spencer's, which is fucking insane, by the way. And then you got to deal with the fact that this man also had her doing this when she was 17. So this is like my whole thing about it, right? That nigga Boston Richy got 3 fucking strikes. The first strike was you fucked with an individual that's under 18 years old and you're a 25, 26-year-old man. That's fucking creepy. That's statutory rape. So with that being said, number 2, you like to get fucking strapped. So you like to get fucked in your ass by women with a fake dick. It's a little insane, right? When you really like sit here and think about that, add on the fact that he believes in tricking on her. Now let me tell y'all something. Why in the hell is you doing all 3 at the same time? You could trick on her, cool. Show girl. She wasn't legal. And you got her fucking you in the ass. That's a little bit, on the other side. I don't like to judge people in their lifestyles, but that look like that's on the other side of the spectrum for me. No judgment on that. So apparently that's been resolved, and he came out and kind of said that, I got a lot of money or whatever. And this is kind of my problem with niggas, right? Niggas got a bad problem of doing this shit. And whenever a nigga like gets exposed for like being like a sucker or doing some weird ass shit, and niggas like try to make it seem like they tough or whatever, or got to put on this fucking facade that they something, my nigga, they always got to revert to one or two things. I get more bitches than you, or I got more money than you. And the nigga replied with, I got a lot of money. Boss, she never said you was broke. She said the opposite, in fact. She said you like to get fucked in your ass by straps, plastic straps. That's a little fucking insane if you ask me. Don't you agree? It's like, come on now. What the fuck are we talking about here? Anyway, moving on to the next point. In celebrity, I guess, or influencer relationships, Meg and Klay Thompson apparently has broken up, and the internet is in an uproar because I guess Klay cheated, maybe, or he doesn't believe in monogamy. Whatever the situation is really, I don't think it's really broke people business to keep obsessing over celebrity relationships. But if I had to offer my 2 cents, I'm not surprised that Klay came out like saying that, right? I'm surprised that Meg is surprised, actually. Why am I surprised that Meg is surprised? Well, Meg should, at this age, right, be a little bit more aware of how off-putting men can be. Looks are very much so deceiving, right? And you can't always go for whatever looks good. Sometimes it's a little more to it than that, right? So what Meg did is she got with Clay and apparently thought that Clay was Steph, to put it shortly. What does that mean? Well, Stephen Curry is the family man. Stephen Curry is the God-fearing man. Stephen Curry is the man dedicated to his craft. Stephen Curry, you don't see him out partying or none of that shit, right? But Clay is the opposite of that. If y'all are aware of Klay Thompson and his antics, Klay Thompson is a party boy, yes. And he's been that since he's been a teenager. You forget who he's the son of. He kind of been around that lifestyle for like a long time. A long time. Rich LA kid. So it's like, I'm not really surprised. I'm surprised that Meg is surprised. But that gives you the assumption that sometimes it doesn't always look the way it seems. And I kept saying that before. I don't believe in too much in celebrity relationships, especially ones that post on social media, because I have a tendency to think that there's a PR team that runs that relationship more than the relationship runs itself. Now, it's not true for every single relationship that's posted on social media, with couples and stuff. And I'm not even saying that you can't post with your partner. I'm not saying that you can't post your partner at all. But what I'm telling you is sometimes when you start doing the couples TikTok a little too much and you start doing like the typical like relationship stuff, it becomes marketing in a way, right? It's like they show her like cooking for him and his family and stuff. I believe that was during Thanksgiving or whatever. They show her and him like with the boat, and he got a boat with her name on it. And then they also showed the thing where he bought her a house, I believe. And then I guess she bought him a car or something, or he bought her a car. But basically, it's just a whole bunch of that, right? I'm here to tell y'all one thing. If you see a lot of that going on, chances are it's not that real. It's a PR stunt. That's what it becomes. It's a fat ass PR stunt. And the only thing that you really start seeing is all the good shit that happens in a relationship, never the bad. And it's always ends like this, where the woman comes out and kind of exposes the man, and then she weaponizes her female or women fan base, to get on that guy. They go on his social media, they start making all weird comments and shit. Y'all been seeing what they've been saying about Clay. But either way, I firmly have the belief that Meg should have been a little bit more aware of who he was. It's like proof on the internet of Clay like being like that. But I can understand, right? It's the way he came off. It's the way he like was. And that's kind of the way the women on social media was kind of making it too. Y'all were kind of making it seem like he was like a Stephen Curry. And the truth is, looks can be very deceiving. Y'all got to stop doing that shit, because y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. Y'all thought Clay was going to be a Russell Wilson type of nigga. That's what y'all thought Clay was. Y'all thought this is going to be a Russell Wilson type of situation, and it's nothing to Russell Wilson or about Russell Wilson and Sierra. But what I'm trying to say is, after she had her situation with the guy who was probably not so quote unquote better in relationship wise, she goes after a better man. And I'm not saying that Meg can't, but you should be a little bit more aware that he was not that type of dude. I'm not surprised. 4-time NBA champion. Oh, yeah, he's going to cheat. One of the top 5 3-point shooters of all time. Yes, he's going to cheat. Not saying that I accept it or that I believe in that, but you got to live in reality when it comes to certain situations, right?